Checking in on the overnight scores in Formula One, reigning champion Max Verstappen is a small chance of clinching the Drivers' Championship this weekend in Singapore with 5 races still to go, but he'll have to do it from 8th on the grid after Ferrari's Charles Leclerc clocked the fastest lap in qualifying. Verstappen will also need to win and other results to go his way. Leclerc can't finish higher than 8th. And fellow Red Bull driver Sergio Perez mustn't make the podium if the Dutchman is to seal his 2nd title. And in the AFLW, a thrilling end to the Pies St Kilda clash with Collingwood too good for the Saints, winning by 1 point, while Richmond made it 4 in a row after taking down the Suns by 4. And it is opening weekend of the NBL with South East Phoenix too strong against last year's grand finalists, the Jack Jumpers in Melbourne, while in the New South Wales derby, the Kings began their title defence with a win over the Hawks, thanks to Derrick Walton Jr. and Justin Simon, who combined with a total of 51 points. And it is a great pleasure to welcome the pair, the star imports for the Sydney Kings, to our Sports Sunday studio here at Accor Stadium live on Grand Final Day. Welcome to you guys. Welcome to Australia. And what a day to be out here, Grand Final Day. Do you know much about rugby league?
I mean, not too much. I know some of my teammates, our teammates, they tell us about it, but not too familiar, but we'll definitely see what it's about tonight.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I just sit and listen for the most part because it's all kind of new to me. But for the most part, I just try to embrace it and, take it as it is.
And you're defending that baby this season and a strong start to the new season.
Yeah. Yes. Last year they had an incredible year, and, we're happy and fortunate to be a part of it. So, we definitely want to get out there, put our best foot forward every game and try to compete for another one.
You're fresh to the Kings squad. Obviously, Justin, you've played out here in the NBL before, but Derrick, you haven't. Can you tell us a little bit about your basketball journey and why the NBL?
For me personally, just been various places over the last 5 years. Just a lot of NBA, a lot of Europe, and then just trying to just find my niche. And then for me here, it made me feel comfortable. They're very honest about their goals and expectations of me, and they kind of align with what I wanted to do. So it kind of made it very seamless, and over the, for the most part, it's exciting brand of basketball and it's respected, so it's kind of a no-brainer.
Justin, I was lucky enough to meet your former coach, Brian Gorgon, in Melbourne about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And myself and a few other coaches had some time with Brian over lunch, and he spoke about the NBL and where it fits into the world of basketball. What's one of the motivations for players like yourself and Derrick to come out and play in the league here? Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's I've spent time in this league for sure, and it's a familiar league, for me. It's just it's on the cusp as far as Euro League, outside of the NBA. So it's up there. It's a very attractive league. High pace, up and down. Guys get after in this league, and it's an incredible league for the most part.
It's been an amazing week here of basketball here in Sydney with the Women's Basketball World Cup as well, and your USA ladies doing it for the 4th straight time. Do you watch much of that?
Honestly, growing up, I was a big Sue Bird fan, who's a pretty big mogul in the States. She was kind of one of my favorite players growing up, so I've always admired the girls' basketball. Of course, I think it's a lot different than men's basketball, but it's its own beauty. And then, of course, I have friends that play, so basketball is always universal, but to know people and feel connected is always a different experience.
And you enjoying the sights of Sydney? Been out to Bondi Beach?
Absolutely, yeah. We had a little workout down there. we ran along the beach side, Coogee to Bondi, it was a great experience, but it's a nice little vibe out there for sure. Definitely.
Beautiful. We'll soak up that Aussie lifestyle here over the summer. Great to see you guys. You might want to stick around for this next segment because, Anthony Seibold, you have got the Sports Sunday 3-2-1 this week.
I've got the 3-2-1 this week. We'll start with 1 point, and it's the Team World. In London this week, Team World were playing against Team Europe. So John McEnroe was the captain of the Team World, and for the first time, so a historic win for Team World in that. So that gets my 1 point this week.
Here they are, celebrating.
They painted the town red, is what was reported.
Afterwards, I saw John McEnroe, who's actually up on the table dancing and celebrating at the team dinner afterwards. So I think, it was almost 3 points.
He was ecstatic. and 2 points goes to Nico Hines. Big signing for the Cronulla Sharks this year and led them to 2nd place in the NRL competition. So very much a deserved winner on Wednesday evening at the Dally M Awards, receiving Player of the Year. He's got a great story. My 3 points goes to Aaron Judge, the very famous Yankee hitter. Is tied with 61 home runs for the year, so expect him to break that over the next couple of weeks. But that was big news, particularly in New York, where the Yankees are big time.
Well, I'll tell you what, those, as you guys would know, being Americans, those record-breaking balls, they are worth a lot of money for whoever catches them in the stands. And you must spare a thought for this poor fan who let it slip right through his fingers. He was absolutely devastated. Everyone else, they could not believe it.
That's almost the most expensive drop catch ever in the history. Yeah. They're saying that ball could, fetch up to $1 million.
Well, you know what? It actually made its way to his mother.
Aww.
Which I think it's probably the best place for it to go, because she won't be selling it on eBay. It ended up, Judge ended up getting the ball and giving it to his mother, thanking her for everything she has done for him. He's a bit of legend over there, hey?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially the Yankees.
There it is, a very special moment, and he obviously doesn't get his height from his mother, though. Guys, thank you so much for popping in. All the very best for the NBL season. We look forward to catching up with
Appreciate
you
guys.
soon.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. Still plenty more to come here on Sports Sunday, live from Accor Stadium. Tennis has turned ugly this week. Is it time to seriously crack down on players behaving badly? Plus, Michael Hooper is set to return to the Wallabies, but should he be burdened with the pressure of captaincy? There is still plenty more to discuss this morning on Sports Sunday.
One more time, I'm gonna celebrate.